where are we right now?
Well, right now, I think firstly, I think we've all been taken off guard a bit by how quickly this is going.
Right, we were expecting this sort of lengthy, drawn-out 2-day judgment, but...
Yeah, it seems as if she's kind of not beating about the bush, really. She's just getting straight to the crux of it. And where we are now is that the state hasn't proved premeditated murder, and it looks like also he can't now be found guilty of murder. So we're probably heading towards a culpable homicide judgment. And the possibility that he might not serve time is a real one.
Why is that?
Well, because the intent wasn't there. So,
So
you
Judge
know,
Masipa doesn't believe that he meant to shoot Reeva?
no, she doesn't. She says while he was an evasive witness, you can't realistically say if he's the only one who's given you, who was there, who knew what happened, that you can doubt it. So yeah, we're going to have to see what the next hour brings after lunch.
Now, Lauren, you've been keeping track of everything on social media, and I especially know when Judge Masipa uttered those words, what were they? He was a evasive witness.
An evasive witness.
Yeah. Social media really
a poor
lit
witness.
Up. A poor witness, yes.
A very poor witness.
A very poor witness.
Yeah.
So what's been trending?
Well, a lot of people seem to be believing that it was leaning one way, so he was going to be found innocent. Now people are going the other way. So I think it's hard for everyone to tell at this point. It just seems to be that he's trending, as it is, yeah.
In fact, the trend map indicates that it's pretty much the only thing people in South Africa are talking about.
Yeah. If you look at what's trending in South Africa, it's Reeva, it's the Oscar trial, it's Judge Masipa. There's nothing else really going on as far as South Africans are concerned.
Now, you've been in charge of News 24's live updates. How is that going?
It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. You try to keep up with what's happening on TV. You try to keep up with what the judge is saying. You try to keep up with what Twitter is saying, what your boss is saying. It's a bit mad, but it's fun.
I see, this is clearly just a massive news event, the likes of which we're probably not going to see again for a while.
No, not for a while. I mean, when the story broke initially, I don't think we've ever seen such interest, and not just locally, but internationally as well. And I think today is the first time we've had the same level of interest since he himself testified in the trial. Yeah. And I think we can probably expect the same later this afternoon. And it depends on when final judgment's delivered. And I suspect it's going to be sooner than we think, and I think maybe we're looking at this afternoon even.
Yeah, it does sound as if it's going to be sometime today. Judge Masipa is really flying through her judgment, so it does sound as if it's going to be today.
Would you say most people on social media now believe it will be a culpable homicide charge?
I think so. It's hard to say, really. I mean, it's hard for me to pick up on what the general public is saying, because I'm following so much of what reporters are saying.
Right, and of course the general public, me included, don't actually know.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think also it's a case of kind of like people are, now the big thing is kind of what will he serve? You know, will he actually go to jail? I think it's possible he might not at all. He might be put under house arrest for a while. He might have a suspended sentence, and the additional charges might run concurrently. I think it's very, very difficult to gauge how she's going to do that.
In fact, before she took the lunch adjournment, she was speaking about almost a very complicated legal system where if person A intends to shoot person B, but instead shoots person C, that is culpable homicide. Am I correct?
Yes, and also it's called something. I think she said transferred identity.
Yes, error persona. I think
yes, that's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
And maybe that will be one of the reasons why he won't serve any jail time.
Well, it certainly will be interesting to see. Lauren, how can we stay up to date with News 24's updates?
Go to News 24. Yeah, you can follow it there. We've also got someone tweeting, so you can follow the updates there as well. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I guess it's back to work for all of us.
Indeed, indeed. Watch the space.